In many parts of Africa, being left-handed or using your left hand for certain activities is a stigma. It was that way for a long time in the United States as well. Africa 54's Laurel Bowman joins us now with more. Hey, Laurel.
Thank you, Vincent. It's estimated that just 10 to 12% of the human population is left-handed. Across cultures and over the years, left-handed people have been described as sinister, evil, crooked, and the like. But in more modern, tolerant societies, the lefty seems to thrive. John Barker has been left-handed for 73 years, and he says it's often a nuisance, like when trying to write in a 3-ring binder.
See, if I'm going to write, I have to surmount this, where a right-handed person can just write.
He says that eating at a table set for right-handed people is also a pain.
You have to take your water glass over here, which I often do, and your wine glass over here. The only thing that works is the napkin.
Barker is retired now, but he had a demanding career, running the late President Lyndon Johnson's presidential campaign and serving as former President Bill Clinton's press secretary when he was governor. But he notes that a now discredited medical report really made him suffer. It said that left-handed people don't live past the age of 80.
And the report went on to say that one of the reasons is left-handed people are undependable, they're careless, they tend to put themselves in danger, they are, of course, creative, but on the other hand, they just don't live that long. So this made me very, very upset. I kind of watched and waited because I knew that President George Bush was left-handed. So I waited until 2004 when he turned 80 and dropped from a parachute, which of course was a careless and reckless thing to do. But I knew that at least one person had survived beyond the age of 80. Then, of course, as we know, President Bush has turned 90 and has also done a parachute dive in celebration of his 90th birthday.
Barker notes other famous lefties, like current U.S. President Barack Obama, who doesn't want to smudge when writing. That's a problem with left-handed people. Other famous southpaws: Albert Einstein, Napoleon Bonaparte, Joan of Arc. Scholars have purported that left-handers are more spatially aware, better at learning languages, and more superstitious. Uzo Ihekwaba is 23 years old. His parents are Nigerian. He says that being a lefty has always made him feel special.
I'd probably drop the ball if I was doing it with my right.
Uzo is proud to be a lefty, but says that some of his high school friends in Nigeria weren't.
I remember having conversations with a few of my classmates who remember as children being left-handed, but were sort of forced to use their right by their elementary school teachers.
You feel like in Africa it was more difficult to be left-handed for some people?
I'm certain that there weren't any accommodations that I see. For instance, I'm at the University of Maryland now, and if I walk into a class, I will be able to find some left-handed desks. In Nigeria, I don't think that there were such accommodations.
Uzo himself scores high on the creative scale. He's finished a screenplay, and he also writes songs and composes the music. He says he feels lucky that he can express himself and his left-handedness.
It always made me feel that, there was something unique about me.
Oh, and that's one more thing they say about lefties, that they feel superior. Also, a University of London scholar wrote that left-handed people produce an above-average quota of high achievers. And Vincent, I'm not going to tell you whether I'm left-handed. Okay, I am.
All you need to know is that I can use both of my hands. What am I? Well, thank you very much, Laurel.